Hi, and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to cover kayak paddles. Typically, the kayak paddle goes together, like so, and you paddle down the river with it. And then when you take them apart, you have two halves. You can actually take the handle off the paddle itself and have four ends of these bars, but for today's purpose, we're only going to have two. When we got our inflatable kayak, it came with these paddles, and it came in a cardboard box, as everything does when you go shopping. The problem is the cardboard box is hard to maintain. It's hard to keep it from falling apart. So we bought a Christmas tree storage bag from Amazon. It's just a nylon bag with a zipper on it. Turns out it's about twice as big as it needs to be around, but with the kayak paddles put together in the halves like this, they are the perfect length for that specific bag, which is great, except these really sharp ends here make it, I'm worried about these sharp ends cutting into that bag and making it no longer any good, putting holes in it. So we went to Lowe's. I'm sure you can get these on Amazon. These are little chair feet. Okay, these are the kind of feet that you would take and just slip up onto your chair legs to protect your hardwood floors, or if you've got shag carpet or something, you don't want a chair cutting into it. These little chair feet work perfect. You simply take them, push them down over the end of the paddle. Now that's the inside paddle. That's a piece of the paddle that goes down inside the other end. And so quite frankly, that one was easy. Here's the package, by the way. This is what we're getting. I don't know of too many companies that sell these. These are Scotch, and if you look down here at the bottom of the package, these are 1 1/8 inch. So they're about the perfect size for the end of the paddle that goes down into this end to clip them together. However, for this paddle, for this end of the paddle, the problem is it's a little bit too big for these pieces. So what you have to do is take and just kind of work it on. And after the first time working it on, it goes on a lot easier. But you can see here, it didn't take me any time at all to really get those on. They're in to right about here. It doesn't really matter how far they're in or not, as long as they cover that end, and it will keep that edge of the metal from cutting into that nylon bag and or anything else we put in there. We are now going to be able to carry our life preservers, the air pump for that inflatable kayak, everything in that one bag. It's got rollers on one end of it. You grab it, you pull it, it rolls along, or you can pick it up by the handles, and it's great. But these could hurt a lot of things that are in that pack. With these feet on it, we'll never hurt because they go down on them firm. They're not going to fall off in the bag. We don't have to worry about them coming loose. And so we are always going to have our paddles safe from messing up the bag. And that's basically the idea of what we're doing with that kayak now, to store it, to carry it. And when we get to the water, we simply pull the caps off, plug them together, put the caps back in the bag. When we come back from our kayaking trip, pick up the caps, take the paddles apart, and stick it back on. And you can see there just how fast that went back on. Now that I put it on the first time, and it took a little bit of time, the second time it just pops right back on. There's no issues at all. So don't be afraid of getting something a tiny bit too small and forcing it down, because it will conform to it and make it easier over time, but it's still going to stay firm and not come off. And these rubberized chair feet, are just perfect for this. We've used them on canes for people. People get a wooden cane, and it's quite slippery on asphalt or specifically like a hardwood floor or concrete sidewalk or something. Those wooden canes can be slippery and not maybe hold as well. You slip one of these down over the end of that wooden cane, and it does the same thing as this does here. It keeps it from hurting anything. You're not going to scar up the hardwood with it. You're not going to scar anything up with it, and it'll protect the end of it. So these won't get bent in the pack because they're protected. They also won't hurt the pack because they're protected. And that's all we need. Thanks. Have a great day. Please hit the subscribe button, hit the little bell, ring the bell so that you'll get notified of any of our future videos. Comment, and share. Do all those things. That'll help our channel, and hopefully somebody else can benefit from the same information that we just gave you. Thanks, and have a great day.